Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone had a really happy holiday and a Merry Christmas if you celebrate it. I am wearing my ugly Christmas sweater from a video from I've had it a really long time. It's only ugly because it's got all these holes in it. Anyway, because polar bears and these are like poof balls, but there's also, it's been eaten by moths. I don't know if that can be fixed. I contemplated tossing it out last year, but apparently it survived. So here we are wearing the ugly Christmas sweater the day after Christmas. Hi, Andy. Hope you had a great holiday. Okay, and there is some good news on the EDD front. I know a lot of you have been wondering if the EDD had approved anybody that just sent an affidavit in as their PUA proof of work. And I did get a comment from at least one viewer who did have their affidavit accepted as proof of PUA, proof of employment. They also had receipts that they submitted, though. So they submitted a couple of things. And I apologize, you guys, if it's loud in the background. I think I let you guys know last week that my garage was leaking, and there were repairmen here bright and early to get that taken care of. Andy wants to know when the best day to call the EDD is. It's going to be Tuesday through Saturday. And I think they're going to be closed Saturday. They're going to be closed one day next week as we enter the new year. You guys also, please, if you haven't already, I posted a video. It's linked and pinned in the top comment. This is Jenny Silver's book. And also, there's an Amazon link up there where you can buy a copy of it. So, this is the children's book that Jenny Silver wrote, and it's beautiful. And I'm going to be giving away a copy of it, but you have to watch the video that's linked and pinned in the chat and in the description down below to learn how you guys can win a copy. I will be selecting a winner on January 1st and then putting it in the mail to you guys after I discreetly get your address at some point after that. So if you want to win a copy of Jenny Silver's book, watch the video to learn what you need to do to enter. And thank you guys so much for the Christmas wishes. I should have streamed yesterday, but instead I posted the video about Jenny's book, and then I went to work. But my day was a bit of a bummer, but let's not talk about that. Okay, so only good news today as we enter the good year. Sure, let's call it the good year. As we enter the new year, because that's what I want to focus on as we move into 2022. And so I'm very happy to report that good news about the EDD accepting affidavits as proof of employment. Again, they did submit receipts that they had made purchases to begin their business for when they submitted their affidavit. That's still good news. Mel, I wouldn't worry too much about your friend not submitting or not hearing anything yet. I know that you got that out, I think 2 weeks ago, I want to say. So that would be really quick for the EDD to get back. I know some people supplied their documents. You know, Jenny Silver, still, at least the last time I talked to her on her last live stream that she did with a lawyer, she still hadn't received her proof. And she submitted tax documents, which are definitely on the list of acceptable documents because there were a couple months. That's how she started her channel as well. You know, we were going through it with you guys. We were both unemployed. Jenny Silver on the PUA self-employment side and myself on the W-2 traditional job side. So she still hasn't received her notice that her documents have been accepted either. And she did that right away. You know, you guys know she's on it. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. Something else that I want to share with you guys is that there were a lot of programs. If you guys don't know this, if you're back to work, please share this. Even if you're not back to work, share this with the people who are back to work. There was special sick pay available to the illness, right? And a lot of it expired September 30th. But if you're in the state of California, Cal OSHA, the Occupational Safety and Hazard Association, Administration, Authorization, Cal OSHA, the people that set up the safety guidelines, there's actually additional sick pay that they offer. Well, they don't offer it. Your employer needs to pay it if you became sick. There's a certain word for that kind of sick pay. So if your employer is like, you need to quarantine, if your employer asks you to do that, it's called exclusion pay. Like basically, if your work is sending you a letter saying you're excluded from work, you have the illness, you need to stay at home for 10 days, they're going to need to pay you for those 10 days. So the exclusion pay through Cal OSHA, that goes through at least, hang on, I have the article, at least January 14th, 2022. And there was just a vote on whether they were going to extend it. I haven't found any articles about that. So good news if your employer asks you to stay home for 10 days, and that 10-day quarantine period is for people even if they were fully vaccinated. So if you test positive, and please guys, keep your friends and family safe. If you think you might be sick, try and take a test. I know they're really backed up on the testing and everything right now, but keep your friends and family safe. I'm actually a little nervous to go see my mom today because I feel fine and I've been boosted, but you guys know she got her shot kind of late into everything. And so she's kind of like towards the end of the period where she would be eligible. Like she's not quite eligible for her booster yet. I actually need to look that up and see when she got her final shot. But she's probably like, she's nearing that 6-month mark. Okay. Feel free to drop me some Christmas emojis because quite honestly, my leaky roof has me bummed out. I have some weird ear infection. This is gross. It's as if I have a pimple inside my, like where my ear is pierced, and it's really painful. Yeah. And that roof is costing a fortune, and it is not getting me closer to my goals of becoming Shelly's Millions. And the project that I'm going to work on with Jenny Silver, because she's a business coach for creative, so I'm going to pay her for her services. And I just sent her payment, and then my roof was leaking because that's the way life works for everyone, apparently. Okay, only positive thoughts going into 2022. Merry Christmas, Danny. Michael says, how was my Christmas with the new variant spreading rapidly? Is my theater doing anything in terms of limiting people per theater? We are not. We're following whatever the city guidelines are. I will say that to attend a movie in the city of Los Angeles, not the county of Los Angeles, you do have to show proof of full vaccination or a negative COVID test within 72 hours if you're eligible for an exemption, either medically or a religious exemption. And so everybody should be fully vaccinated that is coming to see a film. Of course, California has the indoor mask mandate reinstated. So everybody should be wearing their mask inside. They are allowed to remove it for eating or drinking. And I got to be honest with you guys, popcorn is the kind of thing, especially if you get a large, that can last through the whole movie, right? So people they shouldn't, right? You should just take a bite, put your mask back on. But I'm sure that there are plenty of people that kind of just pop a piece of popcorn in their mouth throughout the whole movie and don't have their mask on the whole movie. We don't get other guests telling us that that's happening though, so I think that's a good sign. Something else that's good is that my internet's working again. You guys know I had problems with my live that I do on Mondays at 9 p.m. last week, but my internet is working again. Let's see. Okay. Oh, Andy's reminding everybody to like the video. So that would be great. Oh, Bonnie, I haven't seen you in a while. Merry Christmas. JM, Merry Christmas. And yeah, Mel, no news is good news, let's say. Andrew says Merry Christmas. Thank you. Oh, little Rambo's in here. Okay, I've somehow, like, there's like not that many of you in here, and I've already lost my place. Ba, 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 ba. So yeah, Andy, Tuesday to Saturday calling the EDD, and then the times to call the EDD is going to be 8 a.m. to about 8:30 a.m. like as soon as they open, and then again from 2:30 p.m. to 4 p.m. And that is because you want to allow enough time to talk to a tier 2 rep. And Andy, I'm almost scared to ask, why are you needing to call the EDD again? I know we're so anxious for this to be over with. Okay. Let's see here. Andrew says, nonstop eating and family time for 6 days in a row. That is amazing. Yeah, there's like nonstop cookies coming into the office. And guys, no lie, I was definitely stress eating about this roof. And of course, like the roof, they were like, oh, and it's if there's damage underneath. And of course there's damage underneath. And like then they're like, I don't take credit cards. And I almost cried because I don't have that. I have exactly enough money for the roof that I pulled out every penny that I had in my Webull, or not my Webull savings account. I do still have money in my stock account on Webull, but I pulled out every penny in my savings account on Yada, link in description down below, to pay for the roof, and then it's $800 more. So Shelly's Millions is putting something on a credit card. Hopefully, I'll either cash out some investments, and I'm very fortunate to have that, or knock on wood, maybe these last 5 days in December, I just really got to hustle on YouTube and try and up the amount of money that I make in December. I don't know, guys. It's tough. It's tough for everybody though. I'm very fortunate in a lot of ways. Okay, so James, is it wise to purchase a used car only for rideshare? My 2002 Honda is too old for it. Unwise. Also, EDD tax documents. When do we get that? So I want to say they have until the end of January to send us our tax documents from the EDD. And on buying a used car just to do like rideshare, that's not necessarily a bad idea, right? However, don't buy it through like an Uber purchasing program. Like, don't lease it through them. I used to think that Craigslist was a good place to buy a used car. But here's the beauty of like managing young people at a movie theater is you watch them grow up and you watch them enter like their forever careers or like their passion, right? Which is so great. One of the guys, he loves cars and he is a mechanic and he's super happy doing it. And he said that the place to go for used cars is actually Facebook Marketplace. But on Facebook Marketplace, please beware of anything that seems too good to be true. My mom almost got taken in by somebody that was not being honest on Facebook Marketplace. They told a tale about how they lived in like a different state. So only buy in state, only buy a car that you can see and test drive in advance. If you're a single female, try and at least go with a friend. Don't go alone. Meet in a public place. And make sure you can see the car in person. So the dishonesty for my mom, what they were trying to say is, oh, like, I just need to sell this car quick because like I really need money and my boyfriend got deployed to the armed services or something. Or they'll say, oh, well, there was a death in the family and we need to sell the car really quickly for a funeral. Those are not, if it's too good to be true on Facebook Marketplace, don't buy it. Don't get taken in by that. But he said that that's better than Craigslist. Wait, yeah, he said that that's better than Craigslist for finding a used car because I guess like now on Craigslist, if you want to list a car, you have to pay like $5 and people don't even want to pay $5 to sell their used car. They want to list it for free. And so Facebook Marketplace for cars, but do buyer beware, you know? So yeah, if you're purchasing something for business and you with cars, you can't write off the expense of the car though, unless it weighs over like a certain weight limit. And I know, like, I don't know why I know this, but Tesla Model Ys, which you're probably not going to find a used Tesla Model Y in your price range. But anyway, those weigh enough that they do count as a tax write off. Okay. So yeah, not necessarily unwise, but just be careful. I've actually heard that a lot of people are making really good money doing Uber and Uber Eats and Postmates, um, Grubhub, that actually some and DoorDash. Why are there so many of them? But anyway, that they are making really good money doing that kind of work. So yeah, that could actually be a good investment for you to start a side hustle. Okay. Ben says, "Did I get a ton of gifts for Christmas?" Uh, I got this many gifts. But that's okay. I think my mom has a little something for me. She asked me if I wanted a Yoda Chia Pet, and I was like, I absolutely want a Yoda Chia Pet. So I'm not sure if I have a Yoda Chia Pet or what, but she probably has a little something for me. Um, we got like cookies and stuff at work. My friend is out of town that works out of the garage. So I spent the day at home by myself in the morning, and then I worked at night, which is pretty typical for me. And I am going to see my mom tonight. Um, yeah, so we'll do something. I think we didn't go look at Christmas lights last week, so hopefully we will do that tonight. Okay. Seagull, hi. You wanted to go for a walk, but everyone is getting the illness at this point. Uh, you think all are destined to get it. I have read some articles that say that. Of course, I don't know. Um, but certainly be careful. If you want to go for a walk, try even wearing a mask even on your walk. Make sure to walk like outdoors. Don't go for a walk on a treadmill inside, I guess. But yeah, be very, very careful. Go back to washing your hands a lot. And guys, it's 20 seconds, which I learned at like a health seminar, is happy birthday all the way through twice. So sing happy birthday to yourself in your head quietly while you wash your hands twice. Hand sanitizer, mask. You want to know something weird is that even the surgical mask, I feel like leave a big gap on the sides of your face to I don't know, they just don't make, maybe it's the shape of my face, but like there's little gaps on the side. But I got some N95 masks on Amazon, and those they're more comfortable for me, and they kind of look like they've got like a duck nose, right? Which is kind of weird. But, I actually have an easier time breathing with, like, the mask that's actually supposed to be, like, pretty strong. So, maybe try some N95 masks off of Amazon. Hi, Bella. You have a leaky roof, looking on the bright side. Oh, thank you. I just popped this on. I'm a little sleep deprived. I usually am on Sunday mornings because I closed last night and then the roofer came in. Oh, Bella, don't worry because you're going through a roof repair too. It's just stressful, and it's stressful like moving money around, right? I do have money. Webull actually is running a really good promotion still through the end of the year where they'll give you 5 free stocks. And then they have some other promotion, which I would love to win right about now. Um, where like if somebody uses your link, so if you guys sign up, then you guys could tell your friends and family and they could use your link, which I recommend. Don't keep sharing my link. Like I used Graham Stephan's link when I signed up, and 6 free stocks up to $1,800. So like I could certainly use that. And I want to say they have like another promotion where you can win a share of Amazon, which right now is worth like $3,000 or something crazy like that. Yeah, you get to spin this little thing to potentially like get a prize. And one of the prizes is a share of Amazon. And that's if people use my link. And so then if you get people to use your link, I know that sounds really scammy, but they do encourage people to tell people about it. I like Webull. I need to just cash some money out of there, but that takes time. It takes time. I'm going to have to figure out which stocks I want to sell. And then there's tax implications on that. Um, but I am fortunate that I have those that I can do that. But I was planning on doing that to actually pay my taxes this year. So there's zero money in my savings account. Uh, I don't know. I'm not going to think about it. But I still believe in investing. I still believe in saving. It's just not always enough, you know? Oh, keep hustling, everyone. I hate it. It's like it's the day after Christmas. So I'm like, keep hustling. Whatever. It's important to hustle. You got to get a lot of stuff going on. Like I fully support driving Uber. Just be careful. Buy a used Toyota or used Honda, something that will, last you 300,000 miles. Okay, Joel, asking for a friend. They're only asking PUA earnings. If you collected PUA in 2021, only 2021 PUA weeks, correct? Not necessarily. Hold on. Let me look. That might take me a minute. If you, I think if you were still collecting, hang on, that's in the EDD news release. I think it's if you got any payments after December 27th of 2020 that they're asking, because that's when the new kind of law went into effect. So they are really asking about weeks that occurred after 2021. However, or in 2021. However, if something were to come up when within that information when you're filling that out, then they could make the whole claim invalid. Like if for some reason they thought that the whole claim was fraudulent, they could go back and ask for all of 2020. Hold on one second. Let's see here. The proof of work, blah, blah, blah. If the PUA claim started in the year 2020, but it is if you're still receiving payments after. Okay, here's in response to common claimant questions about the federal requirement for those who applied for or received pandemic unemployment benefits on or after December 27th of 2020. So yes, this is most likely just being asked of for the 2021 recipients. So on or after December 27th of 2020. Sorry, I should have known that right away, but I think it's like brain fog. I don't know. I had a little Rambo Seagull. Oh, we did that one. And I feel like I skipped someone's. Oh, Bella, that's so sweet. Thank you very, very much. Um, and I hope your own roof is not too stressed. That's amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I should be paying you. Bella is a moderator on my channel, and she just does it out of the kindness of her own heart. The only thing I can give back right now is a copy of Jenny Silver's book, and I do have a video. And also, guys, watching my videos is a free way to help me. If you want to run one of my playlists and just put it on mute, honestly, that would mean the world to me, and that helps the channel. Because yeah, I can definitely use the help. Thank you so much. That's so sweet. And I gotta remember to change my chat settings to live chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Vanessa, I haven't seen you. Random question about refinancing a car with credit unions. Do they ask for a steep fee just to get a new loan with them? No, not at all. As a matter of fact, so I will say this. So I recommend First Entertainment Credit Union or Navy Federal Credit Union. Those are just two to try. With First Entertainment, you have to have a savings account with them, but guess what the minimum is? $5. So for the whole time I was paying my car payment when I refinanced, and I refinanced the car 3 times to get I think my final rate was 1.69. So I had to keep $5 in a savings account with First Credit Union the whole time that I was making car payments. But they don't charge you like a monthly fee. There's not like outside of the $5 minimum, there's not like a minimum. So the savings account was free. And then when I paid off the loan, like I just cashed out the $5 in savings. It was really kind of weird, but yeah. So no, there should not be fees to refinance your car. With that said, based on when you start the refinancing process and it finalizes, it may change when your first car payment is due. But yeah, if there was a big fee, you don't want to do that. There should not be a fee. They may make you have like a savings account with them, but be like, my friend Shelly said that she only had to keep $5 in the savings account. It should not be a big amount. I feel like I skipped someone's question. Did I do? Okay. Alex said you got the illness, you had your booster a week ago, all that for nothing. Well, not necessarily for nothing, not necessarily, I don't know. But hopefully that means that you won't get like super, super ill. Um, ugh, if you are back to work, make sure to ask your employer for exclusion pay because even if you got the booster, once you do test positive, you are supposed to quarantine for 10 days. So, um, but if your employer is like making you stay home, ask about exclusion pay. Now, exclusion pay is supposed to just be if like you caught it in the workplace. But ask them about it and see, and that's mandated by Cal OSHA. Leaky roofs are the worst. Okay. And I'm so sorry, Alex, and I just wish you good health and quick healing. And like mild everything symptoms. Okay, Mercedes. Ah! Oh no. Yeah, prevent severe illness though. Oh my goodness, two of you in a row. Thank you, little Rambo. I will get there. I will. I'm gonna be, even if I'm 65 by the time I hit millionaire status. And like my coworker says, my coworker's like, well, Shelly, it doesn't count if you're just a millionaire on paper. Well, that's how a lot of millionaires are. Your money's tied up, right? My money's tied up in a 401k where if I can't touch. That's through my company. Well, I would have to take a loan out on it, but there are penalties for taking an early withdrawal on a 401k account. So I can't do that. But my Webull account is just extra. And honestly, the amount in there is all money from like just being like, use my link down below and telling my friends. I tell my friends and family on Facebook. Like I actually like Webull, but I don't trade a lot of my own money on there because I don't have a lot of money outside of the like putting my money in the company's 401k. And just to be fully transparent, most of my wealth comes from the equity in my home. And my different coworkers like, well, Shelly, that doesn't matter. That only matters when you're going to sell your house, which is kind of true. Like I can't take this wall to the bank and be like, go pay for that roof. So he's right. I think there are home equity loans and things like that. I don't want to pay interest though. Oh, okay. Family Dollar. What's the point of getting the booster if you still get the illness? To hopefully make your symptoms really, 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 really mild and to not have to go to the hospital and to protect others. I don't know. Um, Mel, we keep our masks on during the movie, but honestly, the showings I've gone to, no one has been in there. Oh, yeah, that's something else because you guys were asking me if it was busy. Um, we're normally really busy on Christmas, but I'm both in the county of Los Angeles and the city of Los Angeles. And our case rate on Friday was almost 10,000 cases per day. Now, hospitalizations was going up, deaths. There were 20 deaths in LA County on Friday, just one day. So I don't know if people just decided like it's not worth it to go see a movie. I'm not sure if people were like, "Hey, we are with our friends and family this year and that's enough of a risk." I'm not entirely sure what the reasoning, but we were not as busy on Christmas as we usually are. And then today, like I look at the sales for Sunday before I leave, today we're looking slow. So even though, to answer Michael's earlier question, we're not requiring people to keep distance because the city isn't mandating it. People are kind of doing that on their own. And there, for most of the films, there is space to do that if you want to. And of course, like, guys, if you really want to go to see a movie, if you're not feeling under the weather, if you have no reason to think that you have the illness and you want to go to the movies and you want to take grandma to the movies, um, I feel like it's safe. But if you go in there and you see it's like a sold out show of Spider-Man, you can take grandma right back to the manager and ask for a refund and just say, you know what? I thought I was ready to go back to the movies, but I don't think I am yet. And they should give you a refund. I know at least at my location, we do with no questions asked. We want our guests to feel comfortable. And we understand that some people, like, you're like, yeah, I'm ready to get back in the world. And you're like, nope, not quite yet. So the managers at any movie theater should be really understanding of that. Okay. Summer, is California going to give people who did the amended tax return 540 attached Schedule X the 600 stimulus? Also, if we did it in September, but it was wrong. So they did end up extending the deadline to file state taxes until October 15th. So yes, they should, but you mentioned it's wrong. So what still needs to be fixed? You would still need to fall within the income requirements. So you need to have some earned income. Like if you filed your taxes, but all you made was money from unemployment, you wouldn't qualify for the stimulus. But yes, and then the upper limit was $75,000, and that's even if you filed married filed jointly. So you have to be really careful with that. And if you qualify, though, since you did file before October 15th, you should still get a check. Now, they're still mailing out checks through January 11th. So some people are still going to be getting a paper check. And then after that date, it says, please allow 2 to 3 weeks after the mailing date. And January 11th is the mailing date. So they're saying 2 to 3 weeks after that. And then they're saying if you filed your taxes late, that there could be further delays. So yes, as long as you meet the earnings requirement and you don't exceed the wages requirement, you should still get it since you filed before October 15th, but I'm not sure when. It could still take some time. Okay, Vanessa. Oh, you haven't seen me. What's my New Year's resolution? Yours is to lose all this holiday weight. Gym membership, here I come. Some of you may not know this. I actually did start going back to the gym. I actually started working with a personal trainer. I guess I'm going to be cutting that out to pay for the roof as well. As soon as I signed like a certain number of terms, and I'd already been thinking like I needed to, it sucks because I'm the type of person I do better if like I have to be at the gym at 9 a.m. If I have a time commitment and somebody else like, oh, they're waiting on me, I'm just more likely to go. But now also, again, like the gym, like the training guy touches the thing and then he hands it to me, like, and it's not being sanitized in between, and then he takes it. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going back to the gym. I am almost back to my pre-pandemic weight. I haven't checked. After Thanksgiving, I was good. But like I said, I stress ate a bunch of holiday cookies. Like it was bad. Anyway, stress ate a bunch of holiday cookies yesterday. And I mean, one day of holiday cookies isn't going to damage your diet or whatever. I'm not necessarily a big New Year's resolution person, but I do like vision boards, right? Just like pictures. I can do pictures. Although a lot of like the life improvement books I read say that you should be really specific with your goals. You shouldn't say like I want to lose weight. You should say I want to lose 5 pounds. Like have like a concrete number, make the goal really definable, and it's going to help you visualize it and achieve it. Anyway, I might actually make a video on like making my vision board this year. Um, so yeah, so we might do that. You guys might get to see what's on there. I have other home projects that I like. I have one that's simple that would cost like $5 in paint. Although, like this wall, I don't know if you can tell. It's like yeah, you can totally tell. It's like bumpy because there used to be like a thing there. And let's be honest, I'm not going to sand it, but I could paint it, right? Like $5, I feel like, because they will give you a paint sample for $5, but it doesn't have like the finish. Sometimes if you watch the ads, right? You guys, I'm so cheap with my holy holiday sweater. These little polar bears. It's time to probably throw this out. It's moth eaten because I don't throw things away. But if you watch the ads, right, sometimes they will give you paint samples for free at Lowe's. But anyway, yes, I'm going to try and make a video about that. I have to get back to posting more videos. Yesterday I'm posting the video about the book giveaway for Jenny Silver. P.S. Watch that video. I've got it pinned in chat and linked in the description down below if you want to win a copy of Jenny Silver's book. That had been the first video I posted in almost a month, and I'm going to make a video sharing why. I'm going to make a lot of videos. We're going to make videos again, guys. Mel, you got new tires for Christmas and it's raining bad, but that was a fortune. Yeah, tires can really be expensive. Everything's expensive these days. Summer. Yeah, you guys are saying you had no symptoms. You took both doses. You're doing good, but you're tired of staying in this house. But you have 5 more days to go. Is there a project? Is there something you've been meaning to learn? My mentor, Graham Stephan, he says you can learn anything on YouTube. However, sometimes I think like, oh, I could fix my roof myself, or I can fix the electrical myself. And then I start doing it. And I very quickly realize that, no, I can't. All right. Okay. So yeah, Bonnie, if I start a GoFundMe for my roof, oh, you'll contribute. The home is a good investment. It was, and I have no regrets. And guys, I'm okay. It's just stressful. Like, first they told me, I'm gonna just share a little bit. They told me it was gonna be $4,000 for the roof, right? But that they would come Sunday today, and they did. It's the day after Christmas. And I had spoke to somebody else and they're like, prices have really gone up since you last shopped it. And my whole house is really tiny and it's the garage, but it's attached to the neighbor's garage, which makes it tricky. And then when I actually got the quote, it was 4,500. Plus they told me like, oh, if we find damaged wood underneath, it's going to be more. And I knew they were going to find damaged wood, but I didn't have money set aside for that. And, then they were like, well, it'll be $2,000 if you want to do this kind of wood, or we can just put plywood for 800. And I was like, plywood it is. And are you sure you don't take credit cards? But he did say, then that was the other thing. I was like, oh, like if I always, here's another financial tip for big repairs. Ask them if they will give you a discount if you pay cash. And even in this case, they were like, yes, we'll give you a discount if you pay cash. Instead of 4,500, it'll be 4,300. But then I forgot that banks aren't open on Saturday because it's Christmas. So I did not have a chance to go to the bank. So I'm going to have to give them a check. So I guess it's back up to 4,500. With that financial tip about asking if they'll give you a discount if you pay in cash, the reason why they can often do that is because credit card fees that a business pays to like Visa or Amex are expensive. And so they save money if you pay cash. So that's why they can offer you a discount. And then if you do that, though, make sure that they write on your invoice, make sure to get a receipt and they write paid in cash and that they sign and date it. Because you want like, you don't just want to be out your cash with no protection. So you want to make sure that it says that paid in cash. Thank you so much, Bonnie. But I got it. I just got to move the money and I got to figure out like where I'm going to move the money from. I don't really want to sell my stocks because that has tax implications too. It's just stressful, you know? But I am extremely lucky that that's the kind of choices that I'm able to make. Um, because even a year ago, I wouldn't have had the money. YouTube and work has given me that freedom to save a little bit extra and invest a little bit more. And so I'm really already so grateful for you guys. And you guys can totally, if you want to help me, watch a video. Just watch one of my videos, watch one of my playlists, and that would help me immensely. Okay, Prince Ali, you got a car on Craigslist 2 years ago and it looked fine, but eventually repairs are needed. Be careful with getting used cars. They might have issues just waiting for you to solve. Yeah, and that's actually what my mom has always said. I don't know a lot about cars, so buying a used car, you do need to be careful. You do need to be cautious. It's best if you have a little bit of knowledge surrounding that. Um, what was I going to say? She says you don't know if you're buying someone else's problems. If you have a friend who's a mechanic or a friend who will pretend to be a mechanic, uh, take them with you. And also, there's nothing wrong with a Kia Forte. Sometimes I don't know if it's still like this because car prices have gone up with inflation, right? Let's see. But a lot of times, and it's the end of the year, so they might be wanting to move their inventory. I'm not sure if their fiscal month has already closed, and we might have needed to do this last week. But check out a Kia Forte. Check out a Toyota Yaris. A lot of times in the past, I haven't checked recent prices. Sometimes you can find a special where like they'll run an ad like $9,999. And that's a loss leader, they call that. So they advertise that just to get you on the lot, and then they try and sell you something more expensive. It's going to have the VIN number, the VIN number in the ad. So take that with you and make sure to look at the VIN number, because a lot of times they'll park that car somewhere where you can't see it once you're on the lot, and they'll be like, "Oh no, it's sold." Or like the VIN number in the ad will actually be on a higher priced car on the lot. So take the ad with you, like look it up online, try and match the VIN number and be like, "Well, this looks like the same VIN number. So you guys have to sell me that car for $9,999. I'm not sure if they're still that cheap, but my point is maybe consider buying a new car that comes with a warranty, that has a very low payment, that's not anything fancy. And I know Toyota Corollas are reliable, but I've heard that all Toyotas are reliable. And so that what's wrong with getting the lower model, the Yaris? Like it so and Kia, um, I don't know why people don't like Kias. You don't need like some fancy car. You just need like something to get you to and from, right? Um, so yeah, maybe consider that if it's in your budget, if you can get a low interest rate. Um, but yeah, just buy the base model, nothing fancy. My mom doesn't like I have power windows. She wants to, when it's hot, she wants to get in the car because I always let her in first and then I walk around and get in. I have the automatic door openers now, but she doesn't like that you can't roll the window down. And like, she's like, I don't want to wait for you to get in the car and start it up before you turn on the air conditioning or before the car's on. And she's like, I have to sit in the hot car while you walk around. And I agree with her. Like, I wish sometimes it'd be nice to just be able to roll down the window. You can't do that. The car has to be on. It's so weird. And then power windows, of course, are more to repair. Yep. Car repairs are equally stressful too. Knock on some wood that I don't have any of that, because it's been a while. Luckily, I had car repairs right at the start of this, and I almost cried then too, because I was like, I'm gonna have to repair all my. I'm a crier, also, guys. So don't be alarmed by that. I get stressed and I cry. It's like what I do. Bella, yours is covered through a homeowners association. That's great. Oh my God. Thank you so much. And that makes me feel at least a little bit better that you're not going to have a lot of expense fixing yours. Okay. Anthony. Oh, Hi, bad grandpa. When it turns out your new job is a truck. Oh no. Oh no. What is CHF? Oh, heart failure. Oh my goodness, bad grandpa. I was so happy to see you. And oh, see, bad grandpa's going through it way worse than me. So guys, like, please, prayers or good thoughts, whatever it is that you do, please send those out to bad grandpa. Oh my goodness. Yes, yes and no on the deferred new claim payment. So bad grandpa had a regular claim. He qualified for the deferred new claim payment. I think you got like a couple payments under it. So he got the extension through September 9th, I want to say, or he found a new job like right as everything was ending, right? And his deferred new claim was about to start or it had started for a few weeks. The thing is, so you would have access to that, but remember there's a couple things. There's going to be the question on there that says, are you too sick to accept work? Or is there a reason it's basically going to ask you, are you able to work? And to answer that truthfully, you would have to say no. I'm imagining your doctor did not clear you to go back to work. If they did, you could answer that yes, but that you're looking for other types of work. So if your doctor has cleared you to go back to work, but just not those like long hours on the road, then you could collect that. The other thing to remember is it's not going to come with that $300 weekly boost. So I think if you're eligible, the better route for you to go would potentially be for disability insurance. So look into that. So that's the route you want to go if you're not able to go to work. And I'm so sorry. And like, I want you to be, I would just wish the best for you because you've been so sweet and you've been there. And I was going to ask you about the kids' Christmas presents. Like, if you had to, bad grandpa says he's a bad grandpa, but he is not. The reason why he told me he was a bad grandpa is because last year that he was going to have to tell his grandkids that Santa had the illness and wasn't able to like deliver their presents that year. But I think that's like a sweet story and like such a kind, cute thing. Hi, Francis. Turns out driving a truck 12 to 13 hours a day takes a lot out of you. You're okay. Okay, that's really good. And that makes me happy. Yeah. Oh, Summer. I missed Summer's question. I'll scroll up in a second because I think I'm almost caught up. Oh, I've got two moderators in here. Hi, Sugar Sprinkles. Um, Jack, is EDD still paying backdate? Are they still accepting new applications? Yeah, they're still working through their backlog of requests to have claims backdated. And they always have to accept new applications. But remember, you would need to have met the earnings requirements and had some attachment to the workforce in order to qualify for a new claim. Good morning, Sugar Sprinkles. But you know what? I don't wish this for anyone, but it looks like some of you guys are having a similar experience to me. And like, I don't know, misery loves company, I guess. Like, I don't want any of you to be miserable, right? I want us all to be like happy. Um, but yeah, I wonder what it is. Seems odd. Yes, Francis is reminding everybody to smash the like button. Amy says, "What if I started college about 3 months ago? Before that, I was searching for jobs." So usually, um, when the school programs need to be approved and they need to be you need to apply for them within the first 16 weeks of receiving your unemployment benefits for the school training programs to be approved. Um, and yeah, so but you would still need to be looking for work in order to collect unemployment benefits. And if you hadn't had any work history since you're filing your last claim, then you wouldn't qualify for a new claim unless you have gone back to work. EDD, Edgar. If we haven't gone in the first round or second round of stimulus checks in California and we finally get it, how much is the payment? It would be $600. Mel will keep me updated from what you hear from your friend on their affidavit. Please do. You're going to go cook breakfast. Okay. And human and trading, depending on where I live, check programs with your city for low interest rate loans from the bank for home repair. I've been thinking about refinancing the house altogether, but that's the thing is, like, all of those take time, right? And the roof leaks. My best friend like works out of that space, so there's computer equipment in there. There's their company computer equipment in there. Like, that's how they wound up like working from there, is they were like, I don't have space to do it where I live, like, and you have that space, and like, can I just come use that? And I'm like, yes. So they rent that out. Like, they can't risk having their company's equipment like leaked on. Plus, like, I don't want like a leaky garage, right? And it's just not fast. Like, none of this is fast. That's why we have credit cards for emergencies. And then you kind of have 30 days. But this place was like, we don't accept credit cards. But now they're going to take credit cards for the extra $800 in wood. But whatever. At least they're going to take it for that. But that is good advice. And I think I probably have. I'm going to also make some videos on 0% interest rates on credit cards, because that's also a good tip. For the longest time, when I was just trying to, when things would come up, like if I had a big repair, I would put it on a credit card. And then if that credit card didn't have a good interest rate, like, I would just open a new one. My credit score is good. And then you roll that over to one of those 0% interest rates for like 18 months. So you pay like 3% upfront, 3 to 5% generally upfront, which isn't too much money. And then you don't pay any interest for the remainder of the loan, as long as you pay it off in 18 months. So I might do that. Okay. Ask Pammy, you're semi-retired this year, going full-time to part-time. It's called Barista Fire. Wish me luck. What is Barista Fire? Is that like the fire movement? And yeah, good luck. I absolutely. What are you going to be doing while you're semi-retired? Because the way you say that and how you're calling it fire, which is financial investment, retire early, right? Financial freedom, the fire movement, right? Since you're mentioning that, I'm thinking that you've got some other side hustles and investment income, which I hope is the case. So yeah, absolutely. Hi, Mom. Oh, my mom is coming in here. Merry Christmas and keep the hope for a way better New Year. Yes, absolutely. Okay, Andrew is saying, all Toyotas are rock solid if you take care of them. Toyota also owns Lexus and Scion. Those have the same reliability as a Toyota. Yeah. Now, Andrew, I know what kind of car you drive, but I would not recommend that for Uber. Scions, I do think you can get an affordable Scion. Do I know anything about the PEBT 2.0? I actually don't, but my mom might. That is like the food stamp boost, right? Let me see. Let me look at it. PEBT 2.0. I know my mom told me, because I told her, I was like, Mom, I might need help with groceries because of the roof. And she was like, come on down. And they're giving her extra money. Okay, let's see. PEBT is federal food. PEBT 2.0 eligibility. I've got it pulled up. So did you have a specific question on that, Mel? Young children are eligible for PEBT 2.0 if between October 1st. So this appears to be over. So it says between October 1st of 2020 and August 31st of 2021, age 0 to 6, and part of household is getting CalFresh and living in a county where at least one school facility is closed or limiting in-person instruction. So it looks like that program is not in effect right now. It looks like that program except okay. But then it says PEBT 2.0 cards for eligible school-age children will be automatically mailed beginning August 2021 through November of 2021. So if they still mailed that out, all remaining cards will be mailed in December of 2021. Well, why are they talking about that? Eligible to get free or reduced priced meals for school in the year of 2020 through 2021. So why are they still sending them out? Yeah, Mel, there's some stuff that seems to be like missing here. Okay, there's summer PEBT, PEBT extension, attending school. There must be something missing that I don't know, because if there's not going to carry it into 2022, why are they still sending out cards in December of 2021? So let me try and look into that more. But I'm on the cdsscalifornia.gov website, so I'm on like the official one. I don't know. But I will try and find out for you. Karen says, Chase is offering 0 interest and balance transfers for 14 months at a 4% fee. No more 3%. Must have a FICO over 750. 4% is still not bad. Okay, so let's actually talk about that for a second. Well, Mel, like if they're going to be doing it in 2022. So you wanted to know, like, if they're doing it in 2022. And so I don't see any mention of that on the website, but what I do see is that they're going to still be sending out the cards in December of 2021. That's this month still. So if they're still sending out the PEBT cards in December of 2021, why would they do that if the funds aren't available anymore? So that's what I want to try and figure out. I don't know what's going on with disability payments right now. I know that they're slow because it's a government office. I shouldn't laugh about that. It's frustrating, right? Also, my mom, they almost always deny you when you first apply, and then you have to appeal. And I don't know why, but with that, they almost always make you appeal like the third and final time, and then the judge will grant it to you. So be persistent with that. All right, Ben, but Ben, you're not quite a grandpa. Also, you guys know who we haven't seen in chat for a while. Jenny Silver and I looked up my viewer, Kenneth, who's also her viewer. Most of you guys are both of our viewers. We looked up Kenneth, who said that he had been on a lot of dating shows, and he's hilarious. Okay, Ask Pammy says Barista Fire is working part-time instead of full-time with enough savings to cover basic expenses and health insurance through the ACA. That's the America Cares Act. We're only going to do good news today, but guys, remember that you are supposed to have health insurance, and you can get like a nice affordable plan through good old Covered California. So definitely look at the Covered California marketplace. How much of a savior were these free masks that they sent out, like right at the beginning of everything? So definitely try and get health insurance through Covered California, the America Cares Act. And that would be wonderful. So ask Pammy. Here's the interesting thing, right? Me and my coworker, this is more finance, guys, less unemployment. And then Lorna, I'll get to your question. So me and my coworker, we've both been saving in the company's 401k plan, and I'm in my 40s and he's in his 50s. So he's about 10, 15 years from retirement, and I'm like 20 years away from retirement. So, but we were like, wait a minute. We're like, what if we just pay the penalty and like pull out of our 401ks, and then like just enough to live off of, and then we're eligible for like this dollar a month health insurance, because that's something that like really prevents people from retiring early, is the cost of health insurance. But if it's not earned income, could we qualify for that? Like, hypothetically, if you just like weren't working at all, could you get food stamps and like dollar health insurance? I mean, I don't know. So I need to look into that. I hope it works for you. Ask Pammy. You should make a YouTube channel about that experience and how it's working out for you, because extra money, yay! And what are you going to do with your time? I'm going to ask Pammy 365 days a year. What are you going to do now with your free time? I really want to know. Okay, so Lorna says, affidavit with invoices. I'm going to send the document and some proof of my daughter. It was at homeschool, and then we got sick. You think I can send all that info? Yes, but make it clear and concise. Just say, here are the invoices. Do the other steps from the affidavit, and I have that video linked down below. So do the 6 steps for the affidavit, swear that you're telling the truth, and really almost just as simply as you said it, go into a little bit more detail. But I would say, here are the invoices that I purchased goods or services to begin my new business in the whatever industry. And I was right about to start, and I was unable to because my daughter's school closed and I had to stay at home. And the industry shut down, or the other reasons why the business couldn't work. But also, yes, focus on the fact, I'm not even sure that you need to mention that you got the illness, right? Because for most people, the recovery time wasn't too long. So I don't know. I know that I don't like to veer too far from what Jenny Silver says, right? And she says the more documents that you can give them, the more information you can give them, the better. But here's the thing. If you tell them all these details, right? Like if you can supply the invoices and mention that you needed to stay at home and care for your daughter because her school was closed, that should be enough, without mentioning that you also became ill, right? Because hopefully that was a very small portion of the time that you were unemployed or unable to get your business going. So, my opinion, based on my experience with my mom and just how government offices work in general, the more you give them sometimes confuses them. And if you do send invoices and like a letter that your daughter's school was closed, and like something from a doctor saying that you were sick, make sure to summarize all 3 things in the affidavit. Like, just keep it simple for them. That way they can't mess it up. Also, random tip, type it. Well, actually, you're not mailing it in. With my mom, she was mailing things in, and I was going to say to staple it, because like, what if the person who opens it is careless and it goes scattering around the office and they never find one of the pages? But thank goodness we're uploading it. We're, for the most part, not mailing it in. If you do need to mail anything in, staple it all together would be my advice. And make sure to typewrite your affidavit. Don't turn it in on hand in handwriting, if you can avoid it. Okay, ask Pammy. Food stamps are Medicaid. The ACLA is eligible for taxable income 134% above the poverty rate of $12K. Withdrawals from retirement are considered taxable income. I hope. Hence, wishing me luck. I definitely wish you luck, and I'm definitely curious about the details of that. I will look more into it. But yeah, it sounds like you're pretty well researched. So, that's good. And if it doesn't work out, at least you tried. Are you moving? What are you going to do with your time? Okay. And Mel says you were told that they sent them out for December and they give you 3 months. So that could be, and it looks like they're still mailing them out in December. So hopefully that they do send those out, and hopefully it does have 3 months loaded on there. That would be good. And it did say on there that they're sending them out in December. So hopefully that would be good. Okay, now Ben, you're not quite old enough to be evil grandpa. Oops. I don't know if they got it. Yeah, that's what we're asking. I don't know if it's for 2022. Okay, guys, like the video. It's been an hour. So I think I'm going to log off today. Happy Christmas or happy holidays. Merry Christmas. I've got my ugly moth-eaten sweater because I think it's time to throw this out now, right? Like that's too big of a hole. Or can this be fixed? Is there like some like yarn wizard, or a moth's just going to eat it again? Like I think this sweater's on its left, but it's super cute, ugly Christmas sweater. Also, if you want to enter to win a copy of Jenny Silver's book, please watch the video that's linked up above or in the description down below. I would love it if you guys would watch one of my playlists today because it would help the channel and therefore help me get my roof fixed. I'm also going to be donating a copy of the book to the library, my local library. I'm not showing you the inside of the book because I want you to get your own copy and be as in love with it as I am. I'm like, Jenny Silver is so amazing, and I can't wait to hear about her process self-publishing this book. Tell me what the earth is saying. And if you just want to buy your own copy on Amazon, that's an affiliate link too. I have that pinned in the chat and in the description down below as well. All right, guys, I will be going live tomorrow. I didn't see Debbie today, so hopefully she's off having an amazing holiday with her family. A couple of regulars that I haven't seen in here today, but so glad to see some of you who I haven't seen in a while. And all right, ask Pammy. Please make a YouTube channel about it because I would watch that. So have fun in Philly, enjoying your half retirement. That's something that I'm considering also, but more so I can focus on YouTube a little bit more. And yeah, you guys have a great rest of your day. And I'll see you tomorrow at 9 p.m. Thanks for watching Shelly's Millions. I'll see you next time.